Back on the show is Marvin Vettori, who's going to be taking on Vitor Miranda coming up here at UFC Fight Night 112 on June 25th. Marvin, how are you?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Good.
I was going to say, glad to have you back on the show, man. Are you just coming from practice or just going to practice?
I'm actually no, I just had a practice this morning, but I'm moving and I have a lot of stuff going on. So I was, basically now I'm in between the two practices. And I'm buying some stuff for the house, and that's it.
Well, that's really exciting. Is a little bit annoying having to move during fight camp?
Yeah, but I had to. So to be honest, it's okay. It's funny because people always say oh, fighters just have to just think about fighting and do that, and then that's all I have to think about. But we actually living through fights because we always fighting. We always have a fight coming out. We're living through fights, so. I'm actually used to deal with other stuff in between fights. It's not a big issue. It's happening. You're living it through fights. So
yeah, no, I hear you. And sometimes it's a good distraction too to kind of take your mind off.
I mean, it's good if you don't have too much going on and you can just focus on fight. That's obviously is good. In a way though, because you don't want to overthink too. I'm training twice a day. I'm thinking about it a lot. Obviously, because it's my main focus. It's my life. It's everything for me. But to get it distracted, it's also good too because it's you put it in the work, you're doing everything. I mean, I'm doing everything. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, and so sometimes just to get distracted is also good too.
Speaking of distractions, we had a big announcement today. We're recording this on June 14th. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather are going to be fighting each other. It's official. As a UFC fighter on the roster, what are your thoughts on the matchup?
Man, it's a massive money fight. It doesn't really make sense, but it's a massive money fight. And I don't know, is Mayweather still training the way he was training before? I don't know. He's getting older too, man. It's Mayweather, McGregor is smart, man. You can say everything about that guy, but it's smart. It's smart, and he can read people's mind too, and he can read situation and. Man, I still think Mayweather will go away with a win, but man, McGregor is McGregor. People keep doubting. I doubted him a few times too, and in the beginning, and but he came out victorious. So I mean, I still think that Mayweather will come out victorious, but I give some chances to McGregor too. So that left hand of McGregor is always there, and even though, I mean, Mayweather went through a lot of big punches before, a harder hitter than McGregor probably. Actually, pretty sure about it. But still, I don't know. I don't think it's the same. Maybe. I mean, I still think that Mayweather will have has more chances than McGregor. But, I won't give it 100% to Mayweather. McGregor can do the opposite too.
I like that assessment. We're a couple weeks removed now from the UFC retreat. How was it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, it was very good. It was good. I got to meet a lot of fighters, and no, it was good, man. I was there, and obviously I couldn't fully enjoy because my fight was coming up. I actually trained, and it was good. I had a chance to roll with Joe Lozon, Alan Juban, and a long roll with Diego Sanchez was good. It was good. I enjoyed it a lot, and then and everything was good. Some of the people that they called there was inspiring and very useful too. I liked a lot what Brandon Marshall said, and it was very good. I liked it, to be honest, and. No, it was good.
And it sounds like you made some friends, too, with some other fighters, which I think is really cool. A lot of fighters said that they kind of, they got to meet other fighters there, which is kind of neat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and at the end of the day, I didn't get to. I'm not a big fan of making friends of my weight division, but other fighters don't mind. I mean, we are colleagues, so and in the same weight division, I mean. One day I'll probably step inside and try to beat you up. So to me, it doesn't make too much sense. Even though it doesn't make sense neither to make up your mind before you have a fight coming up. But I mean, I didn't get to exchange too much with my weight division guys, but with the others, yeah, man, it was good.
Now, you haven't fought since December. Here we are in June. I imagine you would have liked to have fought sooner. Were you disappointed you didn't get the Eric Spicely fight? Because I know you wanted that one on Twitter. You were talking about it.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I wanted that fight. I think it's one of the easiest fights in my division. To be honest with you, I mean, his jiu-jitsu, it's not even close to being enough for mine, and that's everything that he has. So, I mean, it's not like a proof, but like just look at the fight that he had with
Antonio Carlos Jr.
With Carlos Zapata, and the fight that I had. I mean, I think I made some mistakes for sure, but I think he wanted to like surprise him, to challenge him, and what is good. Try to take him down, and he saw that his jiu-jitsu was good enough to, because man, he just has jiu-jitsu, so he has to believe in jiu-jitsu. Because if it doesn't, then where does he believe? Like nothing really. So he tried to. So he tried to challenge him where he's best, and where also Carlos Zapata's best. But Carlos Zapata jiu-jitsu, if you just go jiu-jitsu, it's just on another planet. You got to play MMA grappling. That's different. Then you can handle him for sure. But just take him down. What were you gonna try? Pass his guard or anything like that? I mean, also you have to say Carlos Zapata is improving. But man, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna meet him again.
Yeah, you want that rematch, don't you?
Year and a half, I will meet him again for sure, and it'll be a different fight. I think it was a close fight. It was a very winnable fight. I made some mistakes, but man, since I moved over here in California. It's been 4 months, and man, I'm just changed. I'm changed completely. I'm a different animal. Standing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, everything. I'm a different animal, and you'll see in the 25th of June.
And let's talk about what's next for you. It's Vitor Miranda. He's 12-5, another Brazilian. How do you feel like you match up against him?
Always Brazilian. I train with Brazilians.
Yeah.
I fight against Brazilians.
I noticed that, yeah.
And I realized actually so many Brazilians in the middleweight division. So for later it has to happen. So many, but so yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I have a very good relation with Brazilians. Actually, both of my corner, like two out of three of my cornermen will be Brazilians. So. Because I like where I train, where Master Cordero gym, which is King's MMA, it's he's from Brazil, so I have a very good relation with Brazilians, but I always end up fighting them. And I think my last 5 fights were with the Brazilians. But yeah, it doesn't matter the nationality. And yeah, he's a striker, and that's what I like. I mean, he may try take me down. I wish he does. I mean, but. He for sure his main weapon is his striking, and man, I'll be more than happy to stand and bang and see who will have the better. But I don't think he can keep up with everything, with my rhythm, with my pace, and everything, with my technique. So yeah, and everything is there. If I want to take him down, I can go and take him down too. I'll play MMA, but for sure I want to stand too, for sure.
Love it. Yeah, on paper it looks like a great fight. You mentioned King's MMA. Who are some of your main training partners? I know in the past you've worked with Fabricio Werdum. Is that the case as well here?
Oh, all the time. Werdum loves to train with me, and I like to train with him too, because he's always a big challenge, and his jiu-jitsu is just crazy. Everything, but his jiu-jitsu, once you get calm, you never will be comfortable, but once you can deal with his guard and his jiu-jitsu and his technique, then nobody really scares you anymore. Nobody really, you're not going to step into a guard and feel like all of a sudden that you're like, oh shit, something's coming, because you've been there before on a daily basis. You are used to it. And then Benito Ariuso's always there. He's another beast too. Doesn't matter. He's a 155er. Man, that guy is just awesome. And Arthur, it's another guy that's there. He's gonna be in my corner. And who else? Machida has been
cool.
Machida's been there a lot. Even though it's southpaw, completely different style. But man, for reaction, for like all this stuff, It's awesome. And then lately I've been training a lot with Sean Strickland, which I think man, the guy is at 170, but he was he went up to like 215. He was bigger than me.
That's crazy.
So it's yeah, it was yeah, like 2-3 weeks before, 2-3 weeks ago, he was bigger than me. I was down to like 207, something like that. He was 215. Crazy. Yeah, I think he has a crazy jab, like very good jab, and I think he's a better version than my next opponent. So it was a very like relevant sparring for me, and I'm happy that I had the chance to train with him. And yeah, so Calvin was there too, and yeah, everybody at King just helped me a lot. And man, it's been the best camp, and I'm in the best shape I've ever been. So can't wait to fight.
Someone else that trains at King's MMA, who I know is on the come up, and we saw her compete at the last LFA card, is Sabina Mazo. How good is she? Because people have been raving about her. I've talked to her a few times. She seems like the real deal. What are your thoughts on her?
She's good. She just needs just a little bit more experience, but in a year or so, it should be a problem for everybody. She'll be a problem for everybody. The way she does technique, when like Muay Thai technique, when we drill, oh man, she is like a man. She's like she has power. She has power, and she's tough. She's very tough. So for sure, she has a big future.
No, for sure, and she's only 20 years old too. So there's lots of room ahead for her at this point, which is really cool to see. How's the weight cut going? Getting down to 185.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I entered the week at 205. Right now I'm about 202. So easy, nice. Man.
Yeah, easy money. There you go. How do you see this fight ending on June 25th? I know it's going to probably stay standing. Do you see a knockout there in this fight?
Yeah, I can see. To be honest, it's not easy to finish. It's not an easy guy to finish. So I can give him that. But what I want the most is to beat him. Like I don't want a 29-28. If I win by decision, I want a 30-27. I want to beat him every second of the fight. People watching it, anytime they tune in and watch the fight, they have to see that I'm the guy in charge. So, but then for sure, like I said, it can end up in any way. Like he's not an easy guy to finish, but man, if I crack him on the chin with my left, I'm sure he'll be going down. And man, in some scrambles, the submission is over there too. Like it's always there too. Like I have like 10 submissions in my in my 11th fight, in my 11 wins in my career. So I can see this fight getting finished, but I'm not rushing for the finish. But I want to beat him every second of the fight for sure. And to be honest with you, he's 40, 39, 40. He's not going to be able to keep up with my pace. Even though I saw in his last fight he didn't gas or anything like that, but it's impossible. I'm too in shape. My pace is too high.
Do you watch Netflix at all? Are you a Netflix guy?
Not too much. I saw some series, but not too many, to be honest.
Okay, what did you watch recently?
The Pablo Escobar.
Oh, nice. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah. Narcos, right? Is that what you were watching?
Yeah, Narcos. Yeah, Narcos. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. I like your style, and I certainly can't wait to see you back in the cage, man. UFC Fight Night 112. It's June 25th. Marvin, always a pleasure, man. Where can people find you on social media? And if you got any sponsors or shoutouts or anything, man, the floor is yours.
They can find me Marvin Vettori on Facebook, Marvin Vettori on Instagram, and Marvin Vettori on Twitter. So very easy. And yeah, thanks to all my sponsors, Boxer Deru, Yamamoto, and Tip Show. And yeah, can't wait to give a very good show on the 25th.